Hi guys, how we going? Let me just get this set up for a second. Can you hear me all right? Oh, okay. Let me see. Good morning, everyone. I'm just doing a casual live chat here this morning. I've got something in my eye. Hold on. Ah, excuse me. I look very tired. It's been a big week. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm just having a casual chat this morning. I just kind of thought, do you know what? I'm winding down for Christmas now. So I'm kind of winding down the business. And I thought, rather than be talking about like heavy eBay topics now and everyone's got Christmas on the mind, what is in my eye? I just kind of thought I'd do a casual chat and just hang out because there's not many times where I actually just come into YouTube and sit here and chat and read the chat and interact with the chat and just hang out with you guys. So yeah, if anybody comes in the chat and wants to actually come in here and hang out with me, then feel free and I can send you the link. But yeah, hey Meredy. So let's see who's here. Okay, good morning, Duncan. Are you going to slow down your store next week? So yes and no, I guess. So yes, I'm going to slow down the store in terms of I'm not going to be listing and I'm not going to be doing like active work on the store, but I'm still going to be posting the orders and answering any like questions that come in via the eBay messages, or I'll probably still send some offers out on my phone because, really that takes 2 minutes and can do that while I'm having a cup of coffee. But in terms of photographing, listing, sourcing, yeah, I'm going to start slowing down now because it is Christmas and we all deserve a little bit of a break. And I've got lots of Christmas presents to buy, for my family. And, we've got Christmas. We had some Christmas functions on last weekend. We've got more functions on this weekend. And it's just nice to take, nobody wants to work, all the way right up. So I'm not going to turn my, my eye. I'm not going to turn my store off. I must have an eyelash in it. I'm not going to turn my store off. I'm just simply going to do the bare minimum, I guess is what I would say. Yep. Who have we got here? Hey, Craig. Landsharp Picker's in. Gay's here. Hi, Gay. Bron's in. She's got her AirPods in, listening while she's at the unit. G'day. Hi, Carly. How are you? Meredy. Hi, Meredy. Chris is here. Recommerce Dave. Phil Higginson. Also, Victoria. I'm not sure if that's a new name. Hello there. Also, Victoria. And Heather Love. Have you guys been in before? Hi, Leanne. I know I always say your name wrong. Can you spell it out for me in the chat? Is it actually just like Leanne or is it Leanne? I don't want to keep saying it wrong, and I know that I always stumble over the spelling of your name. Tawny Steve. Hi, how you going? I don't know if I know your name. You know what? You guys might have been in my chats before, but sometimes like when I'm in my chat mode, I'm actually really like in a tunnel mode and I don't read the chat very well. So then I kind of go back in, see the few questions there, but I quite often miss a lot of you guys who are coming in and out of my chats all the time. So when it's a bit of a new name, if it's like you guys might have even been in here before, so I apologize if you have. 22 Thurmans. Hi, Mill. First time on a live. Hello. Well, welcome to your first live. This is only a casual hangout. Ask me any questions you want to and just talk about the wind down, I guess. David Norton. Hello. We need to pause eBay as it's so busy over Christmas and January in the shop. Yeah, that's right, David. You've got the shop, don't you? So that like it is hard to manage it all. Like there's so much going on in December. Like I used to always like in my old job, I'm so sorry I keep rubbing this eye. That will look gross to everybody in my chat. But I must have an eyelash in it and it's really bothering me. When I used to be a photographer, I used to take all of December off almost. So I'd finish up all my shoots in November, and then like early December, I was still doing some editing on the computer of those last sessions. But I really tried not to take on any actual shoots in December, and I used to try and wind down, and then I would come back hard for January, because I used to, at first I changed it around. I used to like go really hard all December and then take January off. But then I was finding like I was quite bored in January, and I was actually ready to, like, it seems like, you know, after New Year's and you set all these kind of resolutions and these goals, and I was like always like motivated for January, but they were the weeks that I'd scheduled to take off. So I think coming up with eBay, and something that I've maybe learned a little bit from this year as well, next year I will probably try to wind down December earlier and really go hard from January again. I kind of feel like this December has been a little bit different for me, because I'm still trying to find my feet with all my new routines in the storage unit, and like the last few months really has been quite a roller coaster, and it's all very different for me at the moment. I still haven't quite found my feet in terms of systems and routine with the new storage unit. So I'm kind of just thinking, I've got it all set up now. I'll just potter around in it the next few weeks and get things kind of sorted. And then next week, you know, probably from about the 5th of January, after New Year's, have a little bit of a break and then come back hard. Hi, Gail Grooms from South Carolina. Buccaneer Beth from windy Cheshire, UK. It is very windy over there, isn't it? I've got friends over there who've been saying it's like almost like snowing and really cold. Duncan, I'm slowing my store down, but I'm getting a sudden rush of sales. Yeah, I had a pretty busy weekend yesterday. I actually did 2 post runs yesterday. So I printed all my orders out on Sunday night, and I got up early, like 6-ish or something, yesterday morning, printed out any more orders that had come in overnight, went to the storage unit, got everything like picked and packed, and was at the post office by 9 o'clock, got it all posted. I then went out Christmas shopping, and through the day, just more and more orders just kept coming in, and I was like, okay, I had to go and post like a personal like gift to my niece and nephew up to Queensland. So I kind of thought, well, I've got to go back to the post office anyway to post their Christmas present. So I raced back home, printed out all the other orders that had come in through the day, and, you know, went back to the unit, picked them all, and then did a second post run. So yeah, I actually took a whole IKEA bag full yesterday afternoon after taking a whole like maybe 6 or 7 IKEA bags full yesterday morning. So yeah, crazy. So it's definitely, considering everything that I sell is secondhand, it's it's surprising how it really does just keep going. Hi, Jonathan. Sorry I missed last week's chat. I did notice you weren't here last week, Jonathan, but that's okay. You're allowed to miss the odd chat. Just don't miss them all. Hey, Sherry. David Norton, express post to arrive by Christmas Eve, cutoffs on Wednesday in our rural town. Yeah, I think it was the 19th she told me here for express post. Does that sound about right? I'm pretty sure my post office lady told me the 19th. So, but I'm not sending any orders except express post. Nobody has asked me to. I only sell the secondhand stuff, so I'm not expecting that anything I'm actually selling is going out as a Christmas present. I think it's just people, you know, are in that mode of buying, and they're looking around, and maybe they're buying things for themselves. So yeah, I do remember last year I even got sales on Christmas Day. I remember thinking, who's on eBay on Christmas Day? Oh, Leanne, I can see it. Leanne, pronunciation. I can't put it up on the screen because I've actually got the YouTube pop-out chat here today. I'm not on the StreamYard stream. So this is going faster than StreamYard, which is probably why I'm having even more trouble than usual to keep up. Hi, Aid. How you going? Leanne, that's so much easier for me to even remember because it's kind of like Leanne is like the normal way to say it, isn't it? Hey, Liz, busy photographing. Also, Victoria, I watched you on other chats on YouTube a while back. I'm over here in Oregon. Well, thanks for watching and thanks for coming in. I think Mel has no trouble remembering my name, says Duncan. Well, Duncan's there's no spelling issues with Duncan, is there? Phil Higginson, I've had so many items not received with Royal Mail's slow delivery in UK. People think that I'm Amazon Prime. Okay, so I did read this in one of the UK chats the other day. Like, I'm in a couple of the UK groups. I actually love the UK people. And one of the groups that I'm in for UK people is so funny. It's just such a funny group. Look at me rubbing my makeup. There's really a heavy eyelash in my eye. So yeah. Where are we? But Phil, yeah, I heard the other UK people saying that they're having, I think it was Tom, the English picker. I heard him mentioning that, like, he was having heaps of people, like, say that their item hadn't been received, and then he was having to give refunds to keep eBay happy and to stop the negative feedback and the items not received cases. And then he'd give the refund, and then like a day later, their items were being received. So I could hear the frustration in his voice. So you've definitely must be having some issues. We've been pretty good here, I think, luckily. Like, I feel like Australia Post, I haven't had any problems with any real late parcels or anything. Nobody's telling me that it's delayed. So I'm fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hi, Aid. Did I say hello to you? Where are we? Hello, Chris. Jess, the business of pre-loved. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Jess. Scott is here. I just don't list in December and relax for the month. If you've not got it on now, you're too late. Yeah, I don't know, Scott. Like, I actually listed last week. I only listed 50 things between my stores. That's all I sent my virtual assistant, 50 things for the whole week. So I wasn't photographing last week. I was just trying to keep up. I did a couple of sourcing trips. So I've got a little bit of more backlog. Like, I don't have enough backlog here. I did a couple of sourcing trips last week, and really I'm still just trying to organize these storage units. Not last night, the night before, we actually set up 3 more shelving units in the dump station that I'm like, the dump room that I've kind of calling it. I set up 3 more shelves in there to move some of the listed stock, because I kind of everything's a bit jammed. The big unit, the double unit, is all listed stock, completely listed stock. And just a couple of the aisles, there was things that I wanted to like have the same things in the aisles, but I wasn't fitting them. So I've now set up 3 more shelves in one of the other rooms, and I'm going to move like some of the stock there so I can keep other stock more together, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I'm forever running out of space. I honestly reckon I could have another storage unit, but yeah, obviously I'm not going to go down that path yet. It's a big expense, and I've got to get used to having this expense as it is. And yeah, I don't know. But the space wise, like, oh geez, I wish I could have a big warehouse, because I know that I could I'd love to just I've still got death pile here at home. That's not going to fit over in my storage units yet. So it's just a slow process. Hi, Anna. Managed to catch you live. Welcome. Buccaneer Beth, I saw you on live with Nick Hills. You really inspired me. I started selling in August, and I'm really doing well. So thank you. I absolutely love Nick Hills. He is a great friend of mine. I love his chats. I love the UK community and all the people that go into like Nick's chats. He's big help to me in my business this year. He's really helped me grow, and I can go to Nick when Nick kind of pulls me in line sometimes. Sometimes I go to Nick with like some problems that I'm having, and he always just makes me like calm down and think of things in a different way. And he sometimes he stops me from reacting in certain ways. And yeah, he's just a real calming person to be around. So yeah, I'm glad you found me on Nick, because yeah, he's awesome. Nick is awesome. David, we are mad with people from Melbourne hitting our coastal region. Even the penguins are a little camera shy. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where you are, David. So you're saying you are, where are you? I've lost my train of thought with this thing. You're mad with people from Melbourne hitting your coastal region. I'm not sure whereabouts you are. Like, are you down in like Geelong or somewhere near the beach, or Torquay, somewhere like that? I'm not sure. Jonathan, how far are your storage units in time from your home? 2 minutes, like literally a 2-minute drive or about a 15-minute walk. So it's awesome. Like, I'm literally in it's quicker than going to the petrol station. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really, really close. It's the one benefit to this house. So we're renting this house at the moment, and there's quite a few issues with this house. And we're in dilemmas about whether or not we move out of it, because the real estate is not fixing any of the problems that we've got in the house. And we are paying top dollar rent here, because this is a 5-bedroom house, and it's not cheap to rent a 5-bedroom house in my state. So, when you're paying top dollar for a rent, you kind of expect your heater to be working, your air conditioning to be working, your dishwasher to be working, your water pressure to work. There's so many things with this house that are faulty, and they're not fixing for us. Whether or not it's the real estate or the landlord, I'm not sure. They kind of don't message us back. But it's so handy, the location of this house. So I'm in real two minds about what we do, but I don't know. We are thinking about moving into our investment house that we own, which is only a small house, and we bought it with the intentions to renovate it. So maybe next year you might actually, if we move into that house, we're going to document it, and it's going to be we're going to be renovators. So we'll document that journey on YouTube if we go down that path. So that'll be kind of quite fun, and it's probably the only fun reason I've got to want to move into that house, because it is only a small house, and it is run down as it's not really in a location that I want to move to. But if we do end up doing it, I will document it along the way, and that will kind of maybe make it more fun. Well, I'm trying to toss up whether or not I will document it here on this channel, or if I will actually start a second channel that's more about not eBay, just daily life maybe, and all this renovating. So I don't know if I can kind of combine it, or I don't know. We'll go down that path next year if it happens. Hi, Wendy. How you going? Hassan is here. Hi, Hassan. Meredy, I sent something in one of those large green envelopes, but the post office told me that it's one of the slowest ways of sending it, as it's treated as normal mail. Yeah, you're right, Meredy. Yeah, those green envelopes can take, even though they're tracked and you've got the tracking to be able to reassure your buyer, they are actually slower. They are actually slower. So if I've got an item with those green tracked envelopes, like if it's an item that's in a state that's far away from me, I will not use the green envelopes because of that reason. So even though they save you a little bit money, if they live in like Western Australia, which is quite far away from me, down here in ACT, we're at opposite ends, then it does take quite a long time for it to get there. But if it's somewhere just like in New South Wales or ACT, it's not too bad. So yeah, maybe just if you're going to do the green envelopes and you're worried about the extra time, just check the state that they live in and see how far if it's one of those states that does normally take that extra day or two, then toss up whether or not you've got the tracking, so they can't turn around and say you didn't send it in time. Like, as long as you send it in time to your business, if you've got 2 days business post and you send it within that 2 days, you should be all right. Like, if they gave you any negative feedback, then I'm sure you'd be able to dispute that with eBay. But because you've done your part as a seller, you've sent it within your business time frame, you've given them tracked details, they can see it's on their way. So, it is a bit of a pain in the butt. And if you're trying to get that fast service out to your customers, then I guess it is something to weigh up. But then you've also got to weigh up the money in your business pocket, don't you? We all want to keep the extra, all those little couple of dollars do add up when you're sending like a lot of orders. Where are we? I'm lost in this chat. Australia Post, all my parcels being delivered to me are running late. I've only had mail twice this week. Mine have been pretty good, Duncan, but I've got the PO box, so I send all my parcels to the PO box. So I'm actually almost receiving parcels daily in my PO box because of everything that I ordered for Christmas. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Brad's in. Hey, Brad. Listening while he works. Hope everyone is well. How you going? Wendy is saying US have been having shipping issues. Also, Amazon no longer has a 2-day shipping, at least in some areas. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So isn't the US changing their postal next year, Wendy? Like, I think I saw that on, maybe it was Chris from Daily Refinement's channel, that he was saying that there's going to be a big postage increase for the Americans, and everybody was going to have to start incorporating that into your cost more. Scott's saying that would be Jazz working, not Brad. I think Brad's in his main job today, and Jazz is probably doing all the photos and stuff. Leanne, I posted a puzzle second class in UK on the 30th of November. The buyer's patient at first and then got impatient, so I refunded. Checked tonight and it was delivered this afternoon, and I don't expect her to let me know. Yeah, that's so hard, isn't it? I never refund until like there's an item not received case against me. If there's a case opened against me, I just want to get it sorted and ended, because I do feel like when there's a case opened against you, it slows down your eBay store. So for me, quite often, like just refunding that order just to get it gone with is often the better option. But yeah, I don't know. Like it does suck, especially if they're playing the system, especially if they know that there's postage delays and they're playing the system. Carly, how important do you think listing daily is? So many people seem to schedule and I just can't get ahead enough to do that. And I worry on the days I don't list that I'm doing damage to my store. Okay, so I do think it is very important to list consistently and daily if you can. But I also am a strong believer that we all need days off. And if you're solo in this business and don't have anyone helping you with listing, like say, for instance, now I've got a virtual assistant. So I could actually, if I was organized enough, which I haven't been yet, I could actually give her enough listings like on a Thursday or Friday so that she could list those for me on the weekend, which would keep my store active 7 days a week. And that is to the point where I probably eventually want to get it to next year. But this year I've been putting in so many new systems and stuff that it's been, I'm just not quite in the flow yet. I haven't quite got my routine going yet properly to do that. But if you are a solo person, like I strongly believe you need to take some time off and not stress too much about listing every single day. If you can schedule maybe like on the weekend, so maybe you're listing Monday to Friday, and even if it's just 5 or 10 maybe that you want to get scheduled on the weekend, then for all means go for it. It's not going to hurt your store to list every single day. Like it will never ever hurt your store to list every single day. But I am a firm believer that we don't have to list every day. And I've seen that happen with one of my stores because I didn't list in it for months and it still kept ticking over. So like, I don't know, like I don't list every single day. I definitely don't. Would I like to? Yes. Is it something that I would like to work on next year now that I've got a virtual assistant to help me? Yes. But when I'm doing it solo by myself, I don't beat myself up on it. Like, just remember, Cindy, try not to compare yourself to everyone else, because everyone else is in a different stage and a different journey and has different life situations. And, you know, like, I don't know if you've got kids or if you work another job or, you know, there's so many things that can impact you in your day. So, you know, try not to beat yourself up if you're not always getting listings done every single day. Like, you know, some days it's okay to take some time off from listing. And next year, this is a big thing for me. Next year, I'm putting it out there to the universe. I'm not working weekends next year in terms of Yes, I will answer eBay questions that come in. Yes, I will send offers while I'm having a coffee or something. But as of next year, I'm not photographing. I'm not listing. If I'm organized enough to get the virtual assistant to be listing for me on weekends, great. But personally, I won't be listing. I will not be doing any eBay on weekends next year. I can't continue to work 7 days a week, like for 12 hours a day. Like, it's crazy and it's exhausting. And I feel like there is a point when you grow your business that you have to do some heavy hours and you have to really put that time into your business to make it grow. But I feel like these last few months I've been really setting my business up now for a flow that will allow me to work less, if that makes sense. So I just have to work smarter. It's all about working smarter, not harder. But don't stress, Carly. Like, if you're seeing other people schedule them ahead, and you're worried, it's not going to bring damage to your store if you don't list 7 days a week. It's always going to benefit your store if the more you can list. But to me, I feel like it's more about consistency. So, try and just stay consistent with your, like, even if it's just Monday to Friday, 10 things a day, 20 things a day, try and stay consistent. If you're consistent like Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you ease off your listings, but you're back Monday to Friday, another 10, 20, I think that's okay. I don't think that's going to send anybody's store down the gurgler. That's my personal opinion. Where are we? Buccaneer Beth, we all need a Nick. We do. David Norton says roughly 20% of our eBay sales are paying the extra $4 for express post. It's so easy to do in my post, and I'm ending up $2 better off in the pocket to boot. 20% of our eBay sales are paying the extra $4 for express post. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I thought something was going out as a present, or if somebody actually said to me, "Hey, this is a present. Can you send this quickly?" Like, left me a little memo or a note, then for sure I would send that express. I wouldn't even charge them. Do you know what I mean? If somebody said to me, "I really need this fast. It's for Christmas," I would express post it the same day for them. Like, I really, really would try my hardest. But if they're not requesting it and it's on secondhand goods, I'm not going to worry about it unless they request it. But so I'm not going to give them my profits. I don't want them to have all my profits. eBay Addicts is here. That's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Glad to see you today. Yeah, I joined your chat. It was a really good chat. I loved meeting those new people, the two dudes picking. I followed them. eBay Addicts Jeff has, if you don't know him, he has some really cool people come onto his channel, and I really enjoy it, Jeff. I only found you a month ago or something when you reached out to me and asked me to come over on your chat, and I've been going through and I've looked at quite a few of your gone back and looked at some of your live streams and stuff, and I'm trying to catch in on the ones that you're doing. So you're doing a really good job, and you've interviewed some really cool people. So there's quite a few there that I want to go back and have a listen to, because you've actually had some really quite like big name resellers on your channel. So hats off to you. You've done really well. Where are we? Meridy's saying start another renovation channel. Yeah, maybe it might be best to keep it kind of separate. I do actually have like plans in the process for a second channel. But the thought of having to start it is just so daunting. They're so time consuming. Like, I feel like to do channels, I need to be like full-time YouTuber, which is just, clearly not possible at this stage. Pommy's here. Hi, Rod. This is you. Okay. Duncan is saying renting is always trouble. The landlords don't want to fix stuff. Owning a house like I do is better. Yeah, especially when it's expensive stuff, like Duncan. Like, we didn't have a heater all winter. They sent 2 people out who said they needed to replace the entire ducted heating system. So clearly that's going to probably cost them $15,000 plus. So obviously the landlord's not going to be in a hurry to want to do that. But, in reality, like where I live in Canberra, like a heating is classed as an emergency fix, like, and it's meant to be done within 14 days. So we went the entire winter without a heater. So we will actually be claiming, going for compensation. We will end up taking this real estate agent, and which, by the way, I could tell you who it is. I would never ever use this real estate agent, which is a big known real estate agent. I would never ever use them if I was owning a house. I would never have them as my property manager. Absolutely so poor in communication. But yeah, I think we'll end up taking them to tribunal, and we'll end up probably better ahead, because we'll end up claiming them for half our rent that we've been paying for a house that hasn't, that we moved into, that doesn't fit what it was advertised, basically, and had things that were classed as an emergency that they didn't fix. So we might end up, better off coming out with a chunk of money, which can then end up, if we did move into the other house, we could use it to put towards the renovations. So, to move into the other house, because it's only a 3-bedroom house, right? And obviously I've got 4 kids, so, and they're all older and teenagers, and none of them can share bedrooms. So a 3-bedroom house doesn't really work with 6 of you. But my daughter is going to move out next year. She's buying a house with her boyfriend, and they are looking about March to get their home loan. They should have their deposit by then. I think they're trying to save $50,000, so $25,000 each. So they're banking on having that deposit by March, both working full-time this year and saving hard. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty proud of her and her boyfriend. So if they move out about March, then we'll be down to kind of only needing a 4-bedroom house. And if we did move into the other house that we're going to renovate, obviously the first thing we would do is we would probably build like a big shed on the property, because it's got like a large amount of land. So we would probably build a shed, like maybe like a 3-car kind of garage shed, and we'd convert a part of it into a bedroom for my older son, who's 18, and then a part of it would become like office and warehouse for me. So it might work. It might work. Move into the storage spaces and be very quiet. Oh, no. I don't want to move into those storage spaces. I don't mind working in them, but certainly wouldn't want to be living in one. Hey, Hurricane Ian, how you going? eBay and renovating shows are 2 of my favorite things. Yeah, I think it would be pretty good, because like my husband is a carpenter, so he's pretty handy. Like he would be doing the whole renovation himself. So, and we'd obviously be on a budget doing it. So we'd be able to kind of share all that along the way. It would be kind of fun. I just wish I could kind of do it without having to live in it as I did it. That's a bit selfish, isn't it? I want to stay living in the nice rental and renovate the house, but like paying off the mortgage, that would be just like financially very expensive. Where are we? Let's see. What am I missing here? If you can do what they do in Queensland, lift the house up and build under the double space. We wouldn't be able to do that with this property, I don't think. This house would be very easy to extend out the back on, but and there's enough land space to do it. So there's definitely room for extension, but we would probably renovate as it is first and then extend onto it after that. Ian says, did you get your car fixed, your clutch? Yes, I did get the clutch fixed. Set me back about $1,800. But yeah, I got the clutch fixed, but I got to take it back to him because I'm having a little bit of trouble now getting it into reverse. So it's just like I keep having to, it takes me sometimes about 10 goes for it to get into reverse. So I'm not sure if it's something to do with the clutch, or now hope it's not the gearbox or something going on to me. But because it's happened straight away, I kind of feel like maybe it's something to do with the clutch and it hasn't aligned up properly or something. I'm not a car person, so I don't know, but I am actually talking with the mortgage broker at the moment about getting a new car. I'd actually really like a car that's got space, like not a van, but like maybe one of those kind of minivans. I don't know, they're like a little VW Caddy. I don't know if anybody knows them, but you can get the VW caddies, and you can get the ones that are only like 2 seats, I think. But then I think there's one that you can get with 5 seats, but it's still got like the big caddy kind of back to put stuff in it. So I actually think that would be awesome for me with the business. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to the mortgage broker about it, and maybe next year we'll look at doing that. Wendy's saying we get postal increases once or twice a year, so there's nothing new about that. Okay. Jonathan's saying maybe don't list daily, but list in batches to become more efficient. Yeah, I love to do everything in batches. Like, I'm a real batch girl. I do everything, I photograph in batches, I list in batches, I, try and source in batches. Like, everything I do try and do batches. So, yeah, if you can, but I don't know, like, just try. Also, sometimes I think we get caught up, like, oh gosh, I've got to like list like 50 things. Poppy, what are you doing? Sometimes I think we got to list like 50 things, like, whereas, sometimes all you need to do is list 5 things to keep your store active. And, or maybe if you don't have time to list 5 things, you can just end 5 things that are maybe gone stale in your store and relist them. Sometimes just by rejigging your store, it can actually revitalize it just by, I think I'm going to do that a lot in January. I actually kind of want to go on a bit of a sourcing ban on January, which is impossible for me because I know that I'll still source. But I want to kind of scale it down and really kind of focus on, I've got so much stock here at home that's, worth good money to sell. And it's crazy to keep going out, and like, I like having a death pile. I'm in real 2 minds about the death pile, but I certainly would like to get through a bit more of a chunk that I've got here in the garage at home, so that I can the idea is to get every single thing out of my house. So, to do that, I really need to focus on the death pile here at the house for a little while before sourcing. So maybe that's going to be my like January goal. So I want to go hard at eBay in January, but I also want to go smart at it, if that makes sense. Mel, are you doing a 5-hour Christmas Day live show? Absolutely not. I will be spending Christmas Day with my family and my kids, and I will not be going live on Christmas Day. So I don't know. I know there's a couple of UK people who are looking to do a live. I know Lainey from Big Girls Really Do Cry is going to do a live, which is a bit different to Australia time, but I know she will be going live sometime at UK. So I think there is a few people that will go live on Christmas Day, and there are some people that are alone on Christmas Day. And, I think it would be nice for them if there is a couple of chats out there that are going, because Christmas can be a hard day if you've got no family, or, I know that UK, they're in, restrictions and stuff on how many people they can see and be with. So, it's definitely, although Christmas is like an awesome time of year, it's also a really hard time of year for people. And so I really do hope that there is those people who are maybe on their own and can do a live to bring in other people that are also on their live. I think that's awesome. And I definitely know that Lainey from Big Girls Really Do Cry is going to be doing a live at some stage. So, yeah, I think, if anybody is looking for some company, then head over to her channel because she welcomes everyone. Ashley is saying, great idea for the next year. I struggle with working or not working on the weekends. Ashley, what's really hard is when you are at home, it's really hard to switch off. So for the last few weekends, I've actually been trying to switch off and not work on weekends. I have been working a little bit on weekends because I've still got stuff to do and to get this into place. But I've been trying not to do the heavy stuff, the photographing and the listing. Like, I've been trying to move things around and get things organized and do that kind of side of it. But I've really been trying not to do like the businessy side of stuff, I guess, on weekends for the last couple of weekends. And it's hard. Like, there was even one day I was sitting there going, I'm trying to stop myself from doing stuff. I'm trying to actively be self-aware that I need to be more present and stop coming to the computer or stop taking photos and stop working. And like, I was starting to get like a bit agitated. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not very good at sitting still. So it actually made me quite self-aware that I actually have trouble just sitting on the couch and just like hanging out because I'm constantly like, there's so much stuff that I could be doing here at home. So I think that's going to be one of the real benefits next year of having everything over in the storage units, because once everything is out of here, once I don't have a photography station set up here, once I don't have stock here, like it's going to, like, there's less for me to do. I don't want to go and hang out in the storage sheds all weekend. Like, I'm happy to go in there Monday, Friday, get in there early in the morning, be there till like lunchtime, and then come home and do stuff on the computer or make my YouTube videos or whatever it is that I'm going to be doing. But I don't want to be in the storage sheds all weekend, like, unless I have to just be dropping something there, or if I've maybe on a Saturday morning, if I've gone out and done a garage sale or something and bought some stock, like I'd take it immediately to the units. But I certainly don't want to be in there working. I don't want to, like, you got to get that balance, hey? It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to find the balance of working, and working for yourself. It's just so easy to work 7 days a week. And, like, the eBay business never turns off. Like, it's always there. And it, like, eBay does not say, oh, you can have a day off. Like, we're going to slow things down on the weekend for you because you want a day off. Like, eBay, that's not eBay's. eBay goes on a consistent daily basis, and it wants you to be consistent on a daily basis. But there has to come a point where we go, wow, we also need to take time for ourselves. And, I think this will be the good thing about me hiring a virtual assistant as well, because, hopefully that will get me into the schedule. The idea is to get into some kind of workflow where I can photograph and have enough stock for her that she can list some items, maybe not as much as she lists Monday and Friday, but so that I've got some listings there for her to list on a weekend. So it keeps my store going active without me actually having to do that work. Where are we? Canberra is cold in the winter. Yes, it is. Mel, are you receiving a lot of international requests? Over the last week, I've had 5 requests from different countries, even though my items are not flagged for international post. Nope, I don't have anything that's listed for international, and I don't get any requests for it. So woohoo, because I don't want to deal with that. Southern Yankee Flipper is in. Hello, everyone. Hello to you too. Carly is saying she's solo. Has 2 young boys, and so listing daily is difficult, as with all the other things, takes up so much time. So Carly, what you're doing is you're wearing a lot of hats. Being solo parent is, one, I'm not a solo parent, so, but I imagine it to be very hard. And I grew up in a household with a solo mum for many years. So I have friends who are solo parents, and I know it's very, very hard, and my hat goes off to anybody who is a single parent. You've got 2 young boys who need your attention, right? So my kids are all a little bit older, being like teenagers, and, one being ready to buy a house. So, my kids are less needy than small kids. My kids are quite self-efficient. Do you know what I mean? They can do things on their own. When you have 2 young boys, you really have to juggle this. And, I've worked for many, many years as a work-at-home mum. Like 20 years I've been working from home on my own, and I've done multiple different type of businesses. And when I had the kids that were young, I never thought of myself, even though it was like my only job, and I guess it was my full-time job, the jobs that I was doing, I never really thought of them as full-time jobs because they weren't bringing in full-time incomes, and I couldn't commit to them full-time consistently. So you just have to remember, like, don't compare your situation to someone else's, because, your situation is very different, and you just try and keep up doing the best that you can and what works for your business. Don't try and push yourself to do the same as everyone else. Everybody, there's a lot of people that do eBay differently. Like I break a lot of the eBay traditional rules, and my business still flows and stays consistent in sales. So, sometimes I think we get caught up in the whole what eBay wants us to do and what we think we have to do to appease eBay, whereas I think we just got to make sure we set our own rules and set our own boundaries, and you know, and let yourself know it's okay. It's okay not to work every single day. It's okay to not list every single day. It's okay for you to be tired at the end of the day because you've had a rough day with your 2 boys and they've been needy and you've been juggling a whole heap of other stuff. It's okay for you to say, I can't list consistently every single day. Just do the best that you can. And sometimes even if you list one thing, that'll take like 2 seconds, really, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. If you can have a folder of the images on your computer, and if you're having a real day where you feel like, oh my God, I'm feeling like I'm not keeping up, just go and list one thing. And that one thing will just make you feel better. That's what I think. I can see somebody's just left a super chat and I'm scrolling. Landshark Picker, Craig, thanks for your input in the Facebook group. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me in your Facebook group, Craig. And thank you so much for that super chat. That's really, really, I don't expect that. And I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. But yeah, Craig, for anybody who's confused about what that means, Craig has a Facebook group for YouTubers that are all about trying to grow our YouTube channels and, just help each other out. And, it's not really even though everybody seems to be in there as resellers, it's resellers who are also trying to, make their YouTube channel work and be better and be better for the viewers. So it's all about helping each other grow. And yeah, it's been I've really enjoyed the group, Craig. So it's my pleasure to be in your group. So thank you so much for I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'll just flick back to StreamYard so I can see it. So yeah, so I really, really appreciate it. So thank you. Now, let me I can see I'm so behind in this chat. Where are we? Let me just go. Maybe it's easier for me in StreamYard here so I can kind of, let me think. Nick's here. Hi, Nick. How you going? Where are we saying? I'm trying to go back. Let me go back. I got distracted because I could see there was a super chat. Where did you get your car fixed? The clutch. I got that fixed at my long-term mechanic. He's very good. And they are called ACT brakes. And I paid about, I can't remember. It was about $1,800 or somewhere close to that, $1,600, $1,800, and it included a service. So I actually think it was not too bad because I did have a full service with it as well. Where are we? Liz is saying, I work for the UPS on Tuesday, Saturday, so I'm only listing on Sundays and Mondays while watching football. And that, you've got another job, and you're listing your stuff what works for you. And that's the best thing about eBay. I think we get caught up in having to do what we think eBay wants us to do, but we have to remember that we are our own bosses and we get to set the boundaries. We get to make the rules. And if we only can list 2 days a week, then that's how our eBay business is. We list 2 days a week. So I think that's awesome. And I think it's awesome that you do it while you're watching the football. Southern Yankee Flipper, hello. I take Sundays off when my daughter has her soccer game and I source on Mondays, so I rarely list then. Yeah, I don't seem to have a routine of when I'm sourcing. I've kind of just been going out and about whenever. And I've clearly bought a lot of stock the last few months. And I really do need to kind of monitor, I think, next year a little bit about how much stock I'm buying. I appreciate you, Mel. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you also. I read that one. Do all the pre-list work, research, comparable prices, photos and description, and then batch list to be efficient. Yeah, I do it all in batches. I comp all the items in batches. I do the photos in batches, the listing in batches, everything. I love batching. Jonathan's saying he's happy to actually list once or twice a week. I think sometimes we have good intentions, like some days I love listing every day. Some weeks I just don't get to list. It's just how it goes. And, it is a fault because when you're a full-time seller like me, I do believe that consistency is like the biggest key. So yeah, I've got some Santa hat on me. I was going to put the Santa hat on, but I took it off. But yeah, I think consistency is like the biggest thing in this business. We charge $9.20 for a small satchel, and it only costs us $7.16. So our customers are paying the $4 plus, so $13.20. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Some people buy some secondhand caravans and put their kids in. It's definitely a option there, Dave. We have thought about the caravan option, and it might come to that as well for a little bit. So I don't know. I don't think my son would mind being in a caravan. He's 18, so he'd be happy to come and go and do as he pleases. I'd be asking for a large reduction in rent or taking them to the tribunal. That's ridiculous, not having heating in Canberra. Yeah, and now we've got no cooling. So, but the heating killed me because I'm a cold person. So, I was constantly wrapped in blankets. But, yeah, we will definitely go for a rent reduction and take them or a compensation, and we'll definitely take them to tribunal. Did you just say 1,800? 1,800, I don't know, for the clutch. Yeah. Clutch and the service. Yeah. Sorry, I was driving. Can you start over, please? Can I start over what? The whole channel, or just saying thank you to you? I was just saying, Craig, that I'm thankful, and I'm grateful for your Facebook group, and I appreciate your super chat. So thank you. And I'm sure everyone in here heard me saying that I was very thankful for your group, and I'm learning a lot from it. Oh look, somebody's got a caddy van. I have a VW caddy van. I have a VW van. It's the best purchase ever. Okay. Are these the little ones with the 2 doors and the big backs, or have you got the five-door ones? I actually think they look pretty cool. I'd like a little black swish one, black with some I don't know, some tinted windows, and make it look pretty cool. But yeah, it's not a real family car, but I don't, 2 of my kids have got cars now, so it's very rare that we're all in the car at the same time. So I do still need a car, but that's got probably 5 seats, but I don't need I don't know. I've got to try and work it out. So I think one of the two-seat caddies would not be great unless we then got another car that's more family orientated for my husband. And because he's a tradie, he needs a car to put all his tools in. So he does have a 5-seater ute thing, but it's not real comfy to go on holidays or anything with. So we still kind of need that car that if we go on a holiday or something, we've got the more family car. So I wouldn't go down to the 2-seater car, even though we've still got another 5-seater car here at home. But yeah, I'm keen to know. I'm glad to see that you guys like those. 2 seats, flat space in the back, and it fits 27 100-litre tubs. What? Really? That's crazy, because we've actually hired a truck multiple times this year to help me move stock. And I'm buying quite large hauls and stuff when I go out sourcing now. So my car is quite often getting really full, and it's quite just all being in, it gets the boot's not big in the car. I'm in a Mazda 6, I think it is, so the boot's not very big. Maybe Mazda 6? Yeah. So the boot's not very big. The car, piling up the back seat, and it's not really ideal. So 27 120-litre tubs, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, wow, that's impressive. Sell your existing stock before building more stock. Yeah, I definitely think I need to get a chunk of it listed. Am I still coming to yours for Christmas Day? You're welcome. Come join us. If you relocate, will you relocate the storage units? No way. Oh my goodness, that would be a task and a half. I never want to have to move. I will not move those storage units now until or if I get to go to a warehouse ever, a proper warehouse. So no, even if we moved to our investment house, it's probably 15 minutes from the storage units. So it's not huge. So there's still, that's not too bad, is it? 15 minutes. Like, yeah, it's great here being 2 minutes, but 15 minutes isn't like, it's not like it's an hour. Like 15 wouldn't take me, it's not like I'm going back and forth to the units 10 times a day. I'm trying to go in there in the morning early and stay for like 4 or 5 hours and then check out. So if I had to drive like 15 minutes to do that, it's not really different to anyone else having to drive 15 minutes to work, I guess. Show me pickers. Hello, how you going? Megan is popping in to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Megan. Thank you for all your support this year for me. You've been, really great in supporting my channel, and, we've become friends, and, it's been great to get to know you better this year. Tamara, Snap Mill. My New Year's resolution is no thrifting in January. Hard rubbish and garage sales are not included, as I still need to supply stock to my space at the CBR. Is this shabby chick? Shabby chick from Insta? Like, sometimes it's hard with the different names, but is Tamara, are you shabby chick? Shabby, you know who I mean. My aim for January is to build my store times 600. Yeah, wow. I think January will be a good month to just start the new year fresh. Do you know what I mean? And I'm always so motivated in January. I think January is a great place, puts you in a great headspace. So, I'm pretty keen. I'm pretty keen to just take it slowly now, these next few weeks, chill back. Even on YouTube here, like I might come in next week as well and just do another kind of hangout. Maybe if anybody wants to come on the live stream and join me, you can DM me and we can have a bit of a group thing going. But yeah, just maybe I don't know. I think wind down now and go hard in January. No thrifting in January. I don't know if I can say no thrifting because I think I would fail at that. I enjoy the thrifting, but I definitely want to cut it back. I definitely want to cut back I'm going to half my sourcing budget in January. So that will stop me from thrifting as much, if that makes sense. Where are we? Toby's here, popping in to say hi. Carla is going live as well. I love Carla. Everyone's saying hello to Nick here. His ears must have been Nick's ears are always burning when I'm live. I'm always saying nice things about him. Shout out to you, Mel, for getting us through the lockdowns. Your awesome tips that allowed us to increase our online sales to the point where we were only $4,000 down on last year's tax return. Your awesome tips that allowed us to increase our online sales to the point where we were only, does that mean you're 4,000 down now with still half a financial year to go? Is that what you mean? Because that's awesome if you are, absolutely awesome. So I'm really glad that if my tips have helped you, David, it's nice to hear that because I do put a lot of time into YouTube and I do put a lot of time into YouTube. So it's really nice to get some feedback to know if the tips are helping you and what kind of videos you guys like. And, I'm always welcome on Instagram for people to DM me and give me video ideas. And, that helps me with making, because it can be hard to think of all these video ideas. I'm not going to lie about it. Sometimes it can be hard. Definitely hard to sometimes think of new topics because, that eBay is quite small, really. Everybody's recycling a lot of content. So it's hard to think of new things. So, yeah, if you've got anything for me, please let me know. Sherry's getting lots of requests from Russia. We've got somebody new here called Punisher. Let's talk about it. Hi, guys. Hello, welcome to the chat. I don't think I've seen you before. And yes, shabby chick, shabby something, shabby vintage. Punisher, let's talk about it, says he does I'm presuming, I just made an assumption actually that you're a male, but you could be a female. I do a mental health channel. Oh, that's awesome. I'm a big advocate for mental health. I've suffered it a lot myself. I know a lot of people who suffer from mental health. So I think it's great if you've got a mental health channel. Male, you're a male. I don't know. What's your name? So, yeah, that's great. Mental health needs some big awareness. There's a lot of people in the eBay community and the reselling community that suffer from mental health. I think a lot of us do. And I think that's why a lot of us quite come together in this community, because we do all kind of understand each other on that one. Peter, hi, Peter. So yeah, anyway, I think that's great. That's really, I'll come and check you out after this chat. 15 minutes in Canberra is equal to 1 hour in Sydney. That's right. Yeah. So, we can get from one end of Canberra to the other in like 30, 40 minutes. It's not a big circle, Sometimes for you guys in Sydney, you go from one suburb to the next suburb, takes you an hour, So yeah. Yes, the boot is a trunk. We call it a boot here in the UK people must call it a boot, because they say they're going to the car boot sales. So the US people, you must be US, you must kind of say, well, pickers is kind of a US word, isn't it? Like pickers. So US must say trunk. So for me, when I think about a trunk, I think about, like those movies where they put the dead body in a trunk. Like, we don't call it a trunk. We call it the boot. I have the 2-seat caddy just for me and the dog, and the wife has her own car. Yeah, it's easier when you don't have all the kids to worry about with your car. Your car options become so much more. Where are we? I'm trying to scroll back. Wishing you and your family a happy Christmas. Here's to 2021. Thank you, Buccaneer Beth. That's great. You have learnt a lot. That's awesome. Bron's saying something about a rear back sticker. I'm not sure if she's referring to the sticker that I had on my car when I was about 19, which we won't go there about what that sticker said. Question. I am listing till the end of this week and then taking a bunch of time off eBay and YouTube. How much actual time are you allowing yourself off? So I was just saying before, Nick, what I'm doing is I'm winding down now to Christmas, really. I don't want to be doing like heavy photographing. I'll probably do a little bit of photographing this week. There's maybe about 100 things that I'd really like to get listed before the end of the year that is sitting in my storage unit. So I'll possibly try and get those photographed and up this week, but I am pretty much winding down now. I'm going to stay active in terms of I'm going to be doing my posting and my shipping. I'm going to send out offers every day, but I want to lay off the heavy business stuff like sourcing and photographing and listing and even getting things to the virtual assistant to list. Like I don't want to be like, that's work for me to get it to her. Even if she does the listing, it's still a lot of work for me just to run all the sales comps, see how much everything's worth, photograph it, organize the photos, Dropbox it to her. Like, it's all still a lot of work. So I'm laying off all that now, and I'll probably come back hard around the 5th of January. So yeah, I'll still be around. I'm not putting my store into any holiday mode or changing the postage and handling dates or anything like that. I'll still be posting 2 days a week. This week, if I'm getting orders, I might even try posting daily this week, just for this week. Do you know what I mean? Just because it's Christmas and if in case anyone has ordered anything as a gift. But really, apart from that, I'll be back to my 2 days list, 2 days postage, shipping, and yeah, just trying to wind it down now and just have a bit of a downtime, bake some Christmas cookies with my daughter, and just hang out with some family and friends and enjoy the festivities a little bit. Go out, look at the Christmas lights. I want to do all that. I don't want to be stuck here behind the computer. I definitely want to wind it down now. yeah, I'm pretty tired. This year's pretty draining, and it's been pretty intense year, especially the last few months. Pretty intense few months for me, I think. Like you grow and grow and grow, and I've been pushing and I've been hustling and I've been trying to find these new routines, and if I don't slow down now for a few weeks, I will crash and burn. I already know that. Where are we? January is the dullest month in UK. I can't remember really last year. I mean, I've got my figures there. I can go back. I don't remember it being particularly dull. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting from this January. I'm kind of expecting it to stay fairly consistent, to be honest. I'm not really expecting too much of a lull. Maybe a bit of a lull over the next, like after this week, maybe a bit of a lull till the end of December. I don't think it'll stop, but I think maybe it'll slow down a little bit. But I'm kind of expecting January things to be back to normal here. Hoping. I always say nice things about you, Nick. I'm a raving fan. Where are we? Just curious, Mel, what's the 527 tattoo on your wrist represent? Yep. Okay, so I've said this before, so apologize if anyone's heard it again, but 527 is my lucky family number. It was my granddad's police badge number. It was his army number. He had the car license plate that was just strictly 527, which my granny, who is 93 now, still has that number plate on her car. A lot of us in my family have personalized number plates with the number 527. My cousin's got a big tattoo. There's been lots of eerie things that have gone in on my family with the number 527, and it's just kind of like my family number. So it's my lucky number, my family number, and it's here. My daughter, who's my oldest daughter, who's 19, she got the same tattoo when she was 18 as me. So I kind of feel like it's quite special that she even wanted the same as me in the same spot. So yeah. Where are we? Hello, we've got another person new here, Michelle from Ohio. I've got lots of US people in here today. Like, that's interesting. So January would be a much better in the Southern Hemisphere. Good on you. I'm glad you're taking some time out and slowing down. After all, you did promise me. I know. I was saying before that you're the one who like calms me down sometimes and pulls me into gear, and yeah, you're like the little side guy that looks out for me, pulls me into gear when I want to react to things, or or just tells me when you think. You're one of these people, Nick, who does actually say to me when you think I need a bit of a break. And I appreciate that. Like that takes a proper friend, actually, I think, to turn around and say, don't burn yourself out, Mel. Like, are you pushing too hard? Don't burn yourself out. So it's nice to have people that have got your back and look out for you like that. So yeah. I thought it was your storage number. No, not my storage number. But, frequently my cousin bought a caravan in a caravan park, and it's number 527. So, like, what are the chances? That particular caravan was numbered 527 in that particular park that he bought. So, yeah, pretty and when he bought the caravan, he didn't even look at the number. It wasn't even until he actually bought the caravan and he noticed the number. He's like, what? This is so freaky. So freaky. Yeah. Stay lucky. Yeah. I always do it in my lotto numbers. It doesn't work for me yet. Bring on the lotto with the 527. That's what I say. But no, it's been nice. Anyway, I've actually enjoyed this chat. Like, there's not really ever any chats where I get to sit here and just read every single question in the chat. So it's nice. It's nice to do that. Maybe I should do that every now and then, next year, just do a few casual chats where I can just come in and read the chat and just talk, or, other people can jump in if they want, or it'd be nice to do that a little bit more and sometimes take the pressure off me from always finding out trying to think of these topics. They can be hard. I was thinking for today, and I was like, oh no, my brain is like mush at this time of the year. Too much going on. I just want a casual hangout chat. Yeah, it is good, Gay. And I do feel like I'm so lucky. Like, there's so many people in this chat that have been coming into my chats for like all year. Because I really only started building this YouTube this year, so it's really nice to get to know everyone. And I feel like, there's so many people in these chats that I feel friends with that I've never even met. So, I do want everyone to know that I really, really appreciate you all. And thanks to all those people who've supported me this year and come into my chats and, shared out my videos and liked the videos and left comments. All that kind of stuff helps my channel. And I do really enjoy doing the YouTube as a side thing. Do you know what I mean? I'd really like to do more of YouTube next year and really pick it up a little bit. And, I am doing a lot of research on how to make my YouTube better. I'm trying to put things into action and learn new things and try and make my videos a bit different and make them better than they were, I guess. And it's tricky, but I'm trying. I'm trying. We come here because we appreciate you too. Thank you. You know what feels really weird in this chat is the tat doctor's not here, and I'm just going to pay him a mention because Ian is in every single one of my chats every single week, but it's actually his birthday today and he is away with his friends. So in Manchester this weekend. So I don't think he's even listening because I know he would have popped in. And he did send me a message before it saying that, good luck on my live, and, he wished he was there or whatever. But, it is weird without seeing the tat doctor here in my feed constantly plugging me. He takes on the role as marketing manager, almost constantly telling everyone to like my chats and like my videos and stuff like that. So anyway, Ian, I know you're not listening and I know you probably won't replay this chat, but happy birthday and thanks for all your help this year. Yeah, Nick, he is so old, isn't he? Actually, shout out to Nick. It was his birthday the other day as well, who I think actually might be as old as Ian. You two old farts. Hope to see many live chats next year. Yes, I'm trying to plan out YouTube a little bit more for next year. So, I appreciate any feedback. If you guys want to see anybody, I'd like to interview a few more, not really interview. I don't really like to interview, but I like to chat with other sellers. So if there's anybody that you'd like to see me talk with next year, then, please send me a message so I know the type of people that you'd like me to chat with. And, I'd like that. So yeah, if there's any other kind of seller, or it doesn't even have to be a seller, just, I like to talk business. So even somebody who's just good at business doesn't even have to be a seller. I please send me their details so I can look into them and see if it's somebody that I could maybe reach out to. So yeah, definitely live chats again next year. And probably some more pre-recorded, I think, next year. I'd like to make some more pre-recorded. I don't get a lot of them made because they're actually really time consuming. And I know that you guys don't see it, but sometimes, like the other day when I made like a 4-minute video, it took me like 6 hours. So it's actually crazy how long they take me. And that's why I don't do as many of the pre-recordeds, because they're just so time consuming and I'm just not fast at them. So yeah, I don't know. Just let me know, guys. Let me know what you'd like to see from my channel next year. And, I can help bring some of that. Come and chat with someone called Bron or Pommy or something. Bron and I can't even understand you, Dave. Chat with someone called Bron or Pommy something. I always chat with Bron and Pommy. You know that. Pitter patter. I've started this year again and I appreciate all your input, Mel. Thank you so much for letting me know. I really, really appreciate it. Rude, Nick. Well, at least I didn't say you were 50 again. I know you're not 50. I know it. Oh, look, Gay. She's the new spanner. Look at her. Because Ian isn't here, don't forget to hit the like. Hit the like. Thanks, Gay. Yeah. I enjoy you because I like how it's more of a talk show. I like working while listening. I don't want to stop what I'm doing to look at the item that's side. Yeah, Liz, I'm very like you when I watch back a video as well. I really like the ones where I can continue working with the AirPods in and I don't have to be looking at the screen. So if I have to sit down and watch a vlog or like a video where, like you said, something's being shown, it means I need my attention to be at the screen. And sometimes I don't have like the time, like half an hour or an hour to do that. So I'm actually like you. I like the chats where you can just turn it on and listen and keep it in your AirPod, in your ear for like an hour and just go about doing whatever it is around the house. So I'm glad that you like that as well, because that is something that I like. So anyway, I've been on for like over an hour. Dave, I love your pre-recorded as you research them more. Yeah, I do try it. Well, you know what, David? I'm actually quite a waffler, if you haven't noticed. And I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. So when I do like a live chat, it's easy for me to get off topic. And that's why sometimes I deliberately try not to look at the chat for too much. Because if I start looking at the chat while I'm in talking mode, then I can lose my concentration. And then I start to ramble and I start to go off on kind of tangents and change what I was actually talking about in the beginning. Whereas when I make a pre-recorded, I kind of have to know exactly what I'm saying, and I try and make it more factual, I guess, and make it more less waffle. Because in the beginning, I think when I first started this channel, a lot of my pre-recordeds were quite waffly. When I look back at them now, I think, oh, there's so much of that I should have like cut off and made the video shorter. So now, like, you'll probably find that with my pre-recorded videos, I'm actually trying to make them shorter because I'm actually trying not to fill them up with waffle. So I'm happy to come on my live chats and waffle and stuff, but I'm very aware that I do waffle and that I can change what I'm talking about, and I can go off, like I can be sidetracked very easily when I'm doing a live chat. So when I do those pre-recorded, I have to really sit down and think about what I'm going to say. And like, it takes me this is why it takes me so long to make them. When I say it takes me 6 hours, it's because like I actually have to take lots of takes when I'm saying the wording, because I notice that I use the word and I'll have something that I want to say in a line, but then I start talking about something else and I go, I have to start again now. So I think, yeah, I definitely, with the pre-recorded, I do put the thought into what I want to say about it. And I'm this is all going back to me learning a lot more about YouTube this year. I've been studying it. I've been following a lot of people on how to make my YouTube channel better. I've actually had some mentorship with my YouTube channel, and I am trying. I'm actually hoping to do some paid mentoring next year. Not me paying somebody else to help me with my YouTube. So. Yeah, I'm glad you've noticed that I'm researching them more, and I am trying to make them shorter. It's not that I'm trying to make them shorter. I'll make them as long as I feel like the video needs to be to say exactly what needs to be said, but I'm trying not to add too much extra in for waffle, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to, if I make a 5-minute video, I'm hoping that 5-minute video is all actual stuff that can give value or explain the video together. I hope that makes sense. I'm waffling. Show me pickers. I tend to ramble as well, almost 800 videos, and I still have to do multiple takes. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's really, really hard, isn't it? And when you sit here and you're looking at the screen and you're trying to say it, even if you've kind of got it written out what you want to say, I can be saying like literally one sentence, and it takes me 20 attempts to say that one sentence without adding in or an extra couple of words or just something. Like, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Phil, I dropped my ad rates and upped my prices to maintain stock levels while I resourced my stock levels. The dang customers still bought everything and I got about 20% out of stocks. Well, there you go. Wow. That's pretty good. So you dropped your ad rates, you upped your prices, and you still sold it all. So you made more money. So Phil, win-win. So what does that teach you in the future? Maybe now going forward, you'll have your prices set a bit higher and yeah, you might end up getting some extra money there. Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, now, no way a waffler, I never noticed. Excuse me, Dave. Radio. I am going to head off. I am going to, my coffee has gone cold here. Look, you can see how much is left. Too busy waffling. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, there you go. The faults always make a character. So perfection is not necessarily, it's always about you that makes the video great. It's multiple cuts. I do too. Yeah, it can be hard. Your pre-recorded could go on TV for the Koshy business spot on Sunrise. You can suggest me, David. You can send it to Koshy and put it out there. I gave up trying to say stuff right and cut out all the crap and instantly was more relaxed and it became a lot easier. Yeah, I just you're so much more experienced than me, Nick. I guess I'm still trying to find my feet with it and work it all out. But yeah, it's really, really hard. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard. I wish I could be more like you, Nick, and just put the GoPro thing on my head and just just say whatever. But I feel like I can't because I'm jumbled sometimes. But yeah. So I am going to head off, guys. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee. And I will be back next Tuesday before Christmas. Again, it's just going to be another casual hangout. If anyone wants to join me, then, DM me on Insta and we can see what we can do. And, yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone. And thanks for coming in here and showing me your support. And thanks, guys. Bye.